All right, I want to welcome my moms back to another Head Start nutrition class. And what we're going to do today are 2 recipes that we can modify to make it heart healthy at home. We have a broccoli salad that consists of a light version of a coleslaw dressing with broccoli, purple onions, and craisins. And we're going to add a little bit of Greek yogurt to it to stretch the dressing out and make it volume up, but it's also low in calories. So that's how we can add more milk into our diet, but not necessarily adding the fat that goes with it. The second thing we're going to do is a fun dish that you could do during the holidays. And many of us eat pork, roast pork, ribs, smoked turkey and smoked butts during the holiday season if it's pork, and some of us have gotten away from eating pork. So what we're going to do today is take a smoked turkey product and do a pulled turkey slider. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. The meat is already smoked, but we're going to pull it, debone it, and then make our barbecue sauce for it, and then make our sliders for that. So you got the smoky flavor, but you don't have the fat, and you don't have a whole lot of salt that's also in it. So that's what we're going to work on. So we're all gloved up, and your pick is your pick. You want to do turkey? Who wants to do the turkey? You might what? So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this turkey and debone it with your fork. And we're going to shred. We got to get all these tendons out, and we're just going to shred this meat off the bone until we don't want skin, we just want meat. So that's what I need you to do, and that's how it looks like it's pulled pork. So we're going to pull it off. And you got to use 2 forks at a time like that. Okay? Can you what? You could do it by hand too. Oh, okay. Yeah, but the fork helps pull it better. Okay. So as soon as you're done pulling, you got to make your sauce. And your sauce is going to consist of Worcestershire sauce, mustard barbecue sauce, and cumin, and a little bit of holy smokes. And we're going to mix that together and make a barbecue sauce. Now, Mom, you're going to work on our broccoli salad. Okay. So I need you to chop our onions, okay. And let's turn it this way so the camera can get it. We're going to chop our onions as we did before, and we're going to put them right here in this bowl after you do that set. And also I want you to get the heads of the crowns of the broccoli, and we're going to cut them into bite-sized pieces and put them in this bowl. Okay? And then you're going to work on your version of your coleslaw dressing.
How much I put in there?
Of what?
My sauce.
Your barbecue sauce?
Put all of it?
Yeah, because this is a lot of meat that we got to debone.
Okay. But
we don't want the tendons. We want to leave those out. So we want to break them all up. And many times you find somebody, they come to your house for dinner and they say, well, I don't eat pork. What do you have for me? This is a great way to substitute pork into the dinner and swap it out for turkey.
You mixing my skin and my meat.
Huh? No skin.
You mixing it.
No, that's all meat. That's all meat. So I'm going to help you out if I got another pair of gloves. No? Bang it right in the middle. And then go out. Yeah, this one here, we could skip that and go to the next one. Oh, wait a minute. You got too much Worcestershire sauce?
I do?
Yes, you do.
Is that sour? Is that salty?
Yes.
It is?
Yes. Let me pour some of it off before it blends.
Oh, so that's like the little teriyaki stuff.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I got to undo, but all is not lost. There we go. That's about how much I want it.
Oh, I was gonna.
I always bring extra.
I was gonna say and pass out at the same.
So we're gonna add a little bit of cumin to this. I'm glad you didn't add all this cumin to it. We're just gonna add a little bit. And we're gonna hit it with some holy smoke.
Some who?
Holy smoke. Holy smoke. It's a salt-free spice, but it has a smoky flavor to it. And we're gonna whip it, and that's gonna be our sauce that we put on the turkey. But the most of the work in this dish is getting the meat off of the bone of this turkey. Oh, she's trying to do two at one time. But we know she's good now.
What else can you use the holy smoke?
You can put chili powder in it.
No,
If
what
you-
else can you use it in?
Oh, a rub. I use holy smokes, a dry rub for all my smoked meats. Now see, we don't want skin. We don't want skin. We just want the meat. Now the key to this is buying some smoked turkey legs straight from the grocery store. The tough part of this we don't need either.
You did this already?
And you just take the meat from the store and put it in the oven and bake it for a couple hours until the meat starts falling off the bone. That's the key. Now, some of us would argue with me and say, well, I want the bone so I can make a pot of soup. You can do that too if you're going to do that. But the key is this meat is so soft on the inside now that you got a lot to work with. And I did about 6 legs this morning. And I put them in the oven for about 4 hours on about 300 degrees. See, we don't want the tendons because you can't chew it anyway. These are all the connected parts to the muscle. All right.
Can I lay this now
Yeah, go ahead and stir that up real good.
and pour it on here?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you when to pour it. We're almost done with this. You want to taste it? If it's not, I want a little kind of sweet and savory flavor on it. You could squeeze some honey. You want to taste it, or our guests taste it? You need some sweetness?
Yes.
Okay, let's put some honey in it.
That's good.
A little bit more. Okay, stir it up. She looking at me. She want to get some. She want to get some approval. See, it look just like pulled pork. And Ashley, what happens when you make this dish and don't tell anybody? Just serve it. They don't have to know. I would have to tell Jana because Jana's a turkitarian. But
She would already know.
yeah, she would know.
That's good. That's good.
All right, we got one last piece of turkey. Okay, how's mom over here? Okay, you cutting up your broccoli? Dump all your broccoli in a bowl. Yeah, in that bowl. Okie doke. I think we've destroyed all of that. All right, so we'll put that to rest. And see, all we got now is some good smoked meat, and it looks like pulled pork. Now, what you want to do is take your barbecue sauce and smother it and cover it up and let it rest for a minute or two, and then we make sliders with it. There you go. Okay, that's enough. Now we're going to stir it all up. Now, Mom, here we got to work on our dressing. We're going to take some low-fat mayonnaise, what we know as in our household Miracle Whip, because that's what we all grew up on. And we're going to take some Miracle Whip, and we're going to empty this out. Because when you use low-fat Miracle Whip, you reduce 50% of your fat. But now you could gain all your fat back if you try to eat all this at one time. But the goal is just to make a dressing. And if you made too much, you could use it on a regular salad, but you don't have to drown your salad in your dressing. That's where we all go wrong. There's nothing wrong with any kind of salad we eat as long as it's leafy and green, but what we don't want to do is drown it in dressing. So we're going to put that spoon to rest. I'm going to add the vinegar so we won't make it too tart, and I want you to whip it. It's not quite half and half, but the vinegar ones, this is a cheap way to make coleslaw dressing without having to buy it. Because that's all it is. Coleslaw dressing is nothing but mayonnaise, vinegar, and we're going to stretch it a little bit with a spoonful of yogurt.
Who had surgery? Who's had surgery before? You never had surgery before?
There we go.
You had surgery? Yes.
The goal with using a yogurt is you're not supposed to taste the yogurt.
No, we don't eat it.
We're going to sweeten it up a little bit.
What was that?
And if sugar, a little bit of yogurt, light Miracle Whip, and vinegar, apple cider vinegar.
You don't cook that?
You don't have to. The eggs are already cooked.
I'm talking about that broccoli.
You could do it both ways.
Oh.
Eating it, if you like to eat a raw diet, this is fine. You're gonna actually, if you put the dressing on early, the vinegar cooks the broccoli, and it will get soft. But if you really want to cook it, drop it in a hot pot of boiling water for 30 seconds and take it out immediately, because we don't want our broccoli salad to be mushy. We want it to be firm. You did an excellent job with that. So now, what I really need you to do is, let's go ahead and put that in that bowl.
Put it in the bowl?
Yeah, go ahead and dump it in the bowl. Okay? So now let's taste our dressing. That's good. So now we're going to add our craisins to this.
Hey, the door closing on the little boy.
And you got the onions in here already, right? Okay. All right, let's pour our dressing over the coleslaw, and we're going to toss it and mix it all up. Okay, that's enough. Because we got more than what I needed to make, but that's good. And then let's stir that up real well. And you can either refrigerate it or serve it immediately. And then usually before I serve it, I finish it off the top because the craisins make it pop. But I generally like to let this rest so the content of the dressing will get all over the broccoli. Okay. All right, so now we got a pulled turkey that looked like pulled pork. All right, now what's going to make this healthy is serve it with a whole grain bun. So we have some buns. Oops, I'm sorry. We have some whole grain buns on the table, and we're going to serve that with our coleslaw dressing that's on our broccoli salad and our turkey sliders. And that's it. It's a heart-healthy meal, probably under 600 calories for a meal. So let's come on over and dig in. I'm gonna top this off with craisins. Okay, what we have here today, I'm gonna let her take a guess at it. What's your name? Avant. Avant? What do you think that is? Because they didn't see us make it. It's pulled what? Pulled pork. She said it's pulled pork. What do you say it is?
You said carrots?
Pulled chicken. What you say it is? Pulled chicken. Pulled turkey. We took a smoked turkey and that was already cooked and put it back in the oven and let it cook for about 3 or 4 more hours to get the bone to fall off. Wow. And we shredded it and it looks like pulled pork. But she also made the barbecue sauce for it, which a mustard barbecue sauce with some cumin and holy smokes and honey. And now it looks like a pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah, that looks
And this
good.
is a broccoli salad.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, and this is baked beans. And our baked beans has pineapple in it. Pineapple and peppers and onions. Many of us say they're not eating pork anymore.
Yeah,
and there's nothing really wrong with eating pork. It's just what type that's so high in fat that I like to see people reduce their amount on. So turkey is a great alternative when you got house guests. And they say, well, I don't eat ribs, I don't eat pork chops. But what do you have to eat? You could offer them smoked turkey legs. Come on, enjoy. You want me to make your plate for you?
Just a little bit. That's cool.
You want me to make it for you? And even the baked beans are vegetarian beans. There's no pork in the beans. So if you go purchase vegetarian beans, they're the same. The only difference is the pork has been removed. There's no pork in this at all. So these are the recipes.
Thank you.
For the broccoli salad and the baked beans and the turkey sliders.
Thank you.
You're welcome.